Well, it is hot where I'm at in California. Next couple of days, we feel pretty lucky though. The last couple summers has been actually really mild. So, but it is hot. It is hot this week. Um, so I think it was like 112 today. Weather said it was supposed to be 105, but I'm pretty sure it was more like 112 to 115. And it's still like low 90s, which is also weird from where I'm at. Even if it's 100 or 105 during the day, usually by 10, 11 o'clock at night, it's like 70 degrees and nice. But not today. But a couple things I want to talk about. This video is going to be two parts. There's going to be a box opening. First one in a while, so that's cool. Box opening, and then something that all pipe smokers need, or at least is very helpful. And we'll talk about that after the box opening. So, cut this guy open. I haven't bought a pipe or any tobacco in quite a while, I feel like. I think pretty much whenever I buy something, I pretty much open it for the channel now. So whatever the last box opening was more than likely the last pipe or tobacco I got. On the floor. Little package. I got some tobacco laid out here. So, I'm not smoking anything right now. I actually do have a pipe that's kind of half smoked on there. But what fun is that? We need to, we got a new pipe. We got to fill the new pipe, right? Oh, interesting. Okay. Well, that's interesting. So it sort of comes like sort of apart. Got a little bag. Some of you may know what this bag is because it actually says what it is on there. Some of you may be familiar with that, which may or may not give you a hint as to what this pipe might be. Because I don't think I'm going to put it in the title. I think I'm just going to say box opening. What the heck? Bug. Wow. Oh, I didn't know. Okay, so this is an estate pipe. Wow. And I assumed that it had been smoked. Because I don't know if I've read the description well enough to know any different. I think I just assumed that it had been smoked. But unless somebody reamed it really, 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 really well, and then reapplied a new bowl coating, I'm going to say that this is an unsmoked estate pipe. Yeah. I mean, even just based on looking at the mouthpiece, I know this is, I can't do the whole, you know what, I can, hold on. Let me put it in the bag. And then we will do the draw out of the bag. I know this is kind of, the way this pipe came kind of isn't great for the whole box opening thing. But it seems like people like, when you draw it, when you pull it out of the bag. Ooh. So here you go. And here it comes, and boom. So, and like I said, I mean, it smells like tobacco, and I don't know. I don't know if this has been smoked. If it has, it was maybe smoked once or twice, and they cleaned the heck out of it, and then did a new bowl coating. But man, I can't tell. Anyway, what this is a pipe by Jorn Larson. So this is a Jorn Larson pipe. I don't know a ton about Jorn Larson. I think that he has done a lot of phrasing work. I think that a lot of his pipes were sort of rough shaped on a phrase or on a phrasing machine, and then they sort of get, they get hand, they get hand done after that. Which, I don't really care, right? I don't know that it matters. Like most of the big pipe guys, they're using lathes, like they're turning their bowls and their shanks on the lathe to get it perfect, and then they're using band saws and cutting things off, and then their hands shaping on a wheel. I don't think I really care if you shape it all on a wheel, if you freaking carve it with a pocket knife, or if you use a phrasing machine or anything like that. If it's good, it's good, right? Is the way I think about it. And this pipe is good. This pipe is very good. This pipe caught my eye. I sort of have a problem looking at pipes. I look at a lot of pipes every single week. I'm sure a lot of you do as well. And you gotta get the ones that like really stand out. And this one stood out. So it's a base. I would call it a pot shape. It's a little pot shape, like a billiard, but it's pretty wide, I would say. It's definitely a little heftier than like a standard billiard, and it's a little bit shorter. It's a little bit shorter than I would say like a normal, like a standard billiard with these sort of dimensions. You would expect the top of the bowl to be like around another quarter inch or a third of an inch higher or so, probably. So I go with a pot shape. Put some tobacco in it because we have other things to talk about. But box opening, new, Jorn Larson, which I am very pleased with. I'm dropping a little bit of tobacco, but that's just the nature of having to do this in your lap. Today is the day after 4th of July, July 5th. For the 4th, we went, we live, about 20 minutes or so from the ocean, but it does get very hot here. If it's 100 degrees here, it's probably like, not hotter than 75 over there. So we went over for a little 4th of July parade yesterday, and it was beautiful weather, nice and cool. It was sunny, but it wasn't, too hot. It was sunny. It was it was warm. There was a cool breeze though, and it wasn't, just terribly hot. We had some errands we needed to run, so instead of coming back to our hometown and running errands, we ended up running errands over there. Might as well, right? And just in case anyone is curious, I am smoking Firestorm by Russ Ouellette. I'm not sure how I'm supposed to say your name, Russ. I apologize. I'm sure you won't ever see this, but if you do, no offense. Here's my lighter and my camper. Oh, man, hot. I had my phone going, or my fan going earlier, and I turned it off because, it just sits there, in the video. So when I found this pipe and I bought it, I realized it had been a while since I had bought a pipe, even though I look at them often, at least weekly, sometimes daily, and I see a lot of pipes that I really, really like, but for one reason or another, you don't buy it, and it's not the right time. It's not exactly the right pipe. Maybe the dimensions you don't think you're gonna like. You may really like the shape and how it looks, and then you look at it and go, "What? It's 70 grams." Well, that's not. I'm not interested in a pipe that's 70 grams. Uh, but then the ones like this come up, and you just gotta hop on them. But what I would say, the second part of this video is something that every pipe smoker needs, in my opinion, is patience. Patience, 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 patience. And it's not just, I'm not saying just patience with, when it comes to actually the act of smoking a pipe. Obviously, you need patience for that. You need to take care. You need to be present. You need to be paying attention and having patience with the pipe and having patience with the tobacco. But there's so much patience, I feel like, involved with like just the world of pipes and pipe tobacco. With purchasing pipes. Maybe you're a guy who, you've only had factory pipes, but you really want to get like an artisan pipe. And then so you're looking at artisan pipes and you're going, wow, these are like, 300 on the low end, 5,000 on the high end, if you want like a Farmer or a Yes or something like that, or even like a Everson pipe or something. It's like, and it's like, what do you do? What I don't recommend people do, and this is no knock on guys, on artisan guys that are making pipes, that are like more on the affordable end. I have a couple, and I don't necessarily prefer them, but I think that you get something when you step up a little bit. Even though this pipe was made on a phrase, I mean, look at this stem work. The detail and the stem work, how flat that is, and how thin, and just how nice and put together that is. I don't remember who the pipe maker was, and I probably shouldn't say anyway. But about 10 years ago, I got in touch with a guy, and, he made fairly affordable artisan pipes. Actually, it's probably more like 15 years ago now. He made affordable artisan pipes, They would have been around $150 or so. $120, something like that. And, instead of buying, at that time, like, I was always looking at, like, Rad Davis pipes, or I was looking at Tom Eltang pipes, or I was looking at, maybe Jeff Grasick was around then, Larry Roush pipes, Bruce Weaver pipes. I was looking at those, but they're 400, 500, 600, 700. It's like, but this guy's an artisan guy making for 120, 150. So I got in touch with him and I asked him to make me a little chubby nose warmer billiard. And that pipe was so terrible. I mean, terrible. There was not a redeeming quality in that pipe. So it's actually a really good thing that I'm not saying this guy's name, because I'm being very blunt but honest. It was a terrible pipe. When you pulled the stem would only go on essentially one way. If you were rotated 180 degrees, there would be lips, and I'm not talking like, oh, you can barely kind of feel it. I'm talking like quarter of an, like you could tell, like it was so out of whack. It was so out of round. this was not even close. You know, the top of the bowl wasn't even close to being, you know, somewhat in the center up here. You'd have like a half an inch of material here, and like an eighth of an inch here, and it's like, and the stem, the mouthpiece, terrible. Smoked terribly, gurgled, whistled. I mean, just everything. And it didn't really occur to me at the time. I did say to myself, like, I'm not doing that again. I'm gonna pay, you know, I'm gonna save up. I'm gonna pay the extra money if I, you know, want to get another artisan pipe. What I really started doing though was I just started buying Stanwells and the Bjorn Viking line, the Viking line. I started buying those. I just have, so I bought those, and you know, that's what I bought for quite a few years, because they were about half the price of that guy's pipe and way better. So, and then you know, I did start getting into more artisan stuff. You know, to where I don't know how many of my pipes are artisan pipes. Probably not half. Probably not half. No, like less than half. But you know, I don't know. I don't even know if I would consider this an artisan pipe. Like I probably would. You know, it's a guy, or maybe a guy and maybe a couple guys in the shop. They phrase out the general shape, and then they hand do the rest of it. I don't know that that's a whole lot different than shaping out a general shape on a lathe and then hand doing the rest of it. I'm not sure it's really that much different. So, but anyway, yeah, this guy's pipe was just terrible. And I thought, you know, I think to myself now, I go, if I was just patient, you know, I mean, instead of buying that pipe for $150, if I was just patient and I waited like 3 months, I could have gotten in touch with Bruce Weaver or Rad Davis or, you know, Tom Elting or something, and had them make me a pipe, and that would have been, and, you know, it would have cost me $400 or $500, but it would have been, you know, it would have worked. I don't have that pipe. I got rid of that pipe within like a couple months of receiving it. It was that bad. Um, so, patience, 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 patience. And I know, especially the young, you know, the newer guys that are getting into pipe smoking, you know, they only have, you know, 2 or 3 pipes, and it's like, you know, I've been there, and I want to get a new one every week, and I get it, and go ahead. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna tell you not to do it. If you want to do it, do it. Um, you know, especially if you want to get, if you're like a thing where it's like you smoke a pipe every day, so you want to have at least 7, so you have a different one to smoke every day, do it. Fine. But get to a point where you can exercise some patience. Look at a lot of pipes. Figure out the biggest thing for me in knowing whether or not I'm going to like a pipe or not is the dimensions. Um, you know, you look at them on a website or on eBay or on someone's Instagram or whatever, and you go, I really like that shape. And like I said earlier, then you look at the dimensions and you're like, those dimensions seem kind of weird. And then you go measure some of your pipes and you go, oh, that pipe is half the size of the pipes I have. I don't think I'm going to like that. Or that pipe is double the size the pipes I have. I don't think I'm going to like that. So really pay attention to dimensions. I've gotten to the point now where, for the most part, if the pipe is between 4.5 inches and 6 inches, and it's between 30 grams and 50 grams, it's probably going to be like in the ballpark where I'm going to be okay with it. You know, but I bought a pipe one time where I wasn't paying attention to dimensions. I really liked the shape, and I got it, and it was literally like 80 or 90 grams, and I was like, I had there's no scale on the photos, you know, and I go, this isn't going to work, and I just, you know, got rid of it almost immediately as well. It didn't smoke very well either. So there will be more pipes. That's what I'm trying to get to is there's going to be more pipes. You know, these artisan guys, they're going to make more pipes. New artisan guys are going to pop up, and they're going to make really good pipes. There's going to be more pipes. Don't get on eBay and, you know, overspend for some pipe because you really want a pipe made by Tom Eltang, or you really want a pipe, you know, made by Neil Monier, or whoever, Sean Room, you know, Yeti. Like, don't get on eBay and overpay for something like that. Just be patient. Be patient and have an open mind. Meaning, just because you really want a Yeti doesn't mean you have to. That has to be the next pipe you get. Like if I really want a Yeti. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't have a pipe that's made by Micah from Yeti, and I really want one of his pipes. He does such interesting work. It's just so pretty. It just looks so good. And this is where patience kind of bites you, because when I first discovered Yeti, he was selling pipes for between $300 or $400. Now his pipes are between $600 and like $1,500. So sometimes patience can bite you a little bit, but at the same time, there's a reason why his pipes were $300 to $400 then, but they're now $600 up now. Part of that might be inflation with it, whatever, this and that, but I think that he would tell you for sure that he's a much better pipe maker now than when he was 6-8 years ago, when he was selling pipes for $300-400, or whenever he was doing that. So, but I'm just gonna be patient. I'm just gonna be patient, and then I'm gonna save money, and then when that one that pops up, that I go, like this one, when it popped up, I go, I don't care, gotta have that. And also, the thing that helped with this is it was about half. I got this pipe for about half of what you would normally think a brand new Jorn Larson to go for. So maybe even less than half. Ridiculous deal on this pipe. One of those kind of deals where you almost feel bad for the seller. That you're like, I might have to send him a couple tins of tobacco or something, because I just feel bad about that one. But, tobacco too. Same thing with tobacco. There's a lot of tobacco out there that, it's available, it's not available, it's this and that. Have patience. Have patience. We'll see. Don't go out there and overspend on tin bids. Don't go spend $300 on tin bids because you really want Esoterica. Don't do that. Have patience and start paying attention to things and start figuring out, where these things are, where they may pop up at, how they may pop up, and how you can purchase them when they do. You may have to think outside the box a little bit. Think outside the box a little bit. Maybe it's not exactly, an online thing. Maybe you're never going to find them online. Maybe you need to start going to go to your local pipe shops. Ask them if they ever get that kind of stuff. Ask them if it's ever available. Ask them about the distribution of that kind of stuff. Maybe they'll call the representative, and the representative will go, yeah, we can put you on the list and get that to you next time. Who knows, right? But think outside the box a little bit. Have some conversations with people. Be patient. And obviously with pipe smoking, be patient, right? You're supposed to enjoy it. You're supposed to be present. It's supposed to bring you some joy. It's supposed to bring you some peace and some relaxation. And the final thing I'll say, which is sort of the antithesis of what I've been saying about patience, is when that one pops up, you gotta hop on it. Get on it immediately, because this stuff, I don't know if you guys are paying attention, this stuff does not last. All you gotta do is look through some of your Instagram stuff, and people will post something, and within an hour or less, a lot of times it's gone if it's from a guy that people are really following. So be patient, but be ready. Right? I guess that's the best advice I could give. Be patient, but be ready. When you see it, jump on it, get it done. If it's the deal you need, if it's the pipe you need, whatever the case is, look at a lot of pipes, Be patient, but be ready. All right. I don't know when the next one's going to come out. I don't have anything planned right now, so we'll see. Could be in a week. Could be in a couple weeks. We'll try not to make it wait that long, but till next time, adios.